Welcome back to our channel. Today we're diving into some of the largest scams in Indian history that shook the entire nation and cost billions of rupees. We're talking about the kind of scams that make you question everything you thought you knew about money, power, and the art of the hustle. Get ready for some serious facepalm moments as we uncover the audacity of these scams, the people behind them, and the impact they had on our country. We're talking Harshad Mehta, the 2G spectrum madness, the Commonwealth Games fiasco, and more shocking events. So buckle up, grab your detective hats, and let's get into it right now. Okay, picture this. It's the 1990s. The Indian stock market is just starting to open up, and the financial landscape is buzzing with new opportunities and risks. And then, this dude, Harshad Mehta, shows up like a financial rock star, ready to take the market by storm. He's got the charisma, the swagger, and a knack for playing the system like a pro. People were drawn to him, mesmerized by his confidence and audacity. Mehta realized there were these loopholes in the banking system, right? He saw opportunities where others saw regulations. He exploited them to funnel money into the stock market, artificially inflating prices and making himself a fortune. It was a masterstroke of financial engineering. We're talking about the Bombay Stock Exchange, the heart of India's financial world, dancing to this guy's tune. Every move he made sent ripples through the market. He became the big bull, the Amitabh Bachchan of Dalal Street, a larger-than-life figure in the financial world. Everyone wanted a piece of the action. Investors were eager to ride the wave of his success, believing in his almost mythical ability to generate wealth. People were throwing money at him, convinced he had the Midas touch. It was a frenzy, a financial gold rush. But like any good Bollywood movie, there's always a twist. The story was too good to be true. The problem was, Mehta's success was built on a house of cards. It was only a matter of time before it all came tumbling down. When the authorities finally caught on, the whole thing came crashing down. The illusion shattered, revealing the fragile reality beneath. The stock market went into freefall, investors lost their shirts, and Harshad Mehta went from hero to zero faster than you could say Harshad Mehta scam. It was a dramatic fall from grace. This wasn't just some white-collar crime, guys. It was a seismic event that shook the very foundations of the financial world. This scam cost India thousands of crores, shook investor confidence, and exposed the vulnerabilities of our financial system. It was a wake-up call for everyone involved. It's a story of ambition, greed, and the consequences of unchecked power. A tale that serves as a stark reminder of the perils of financial overreach. All right, folks, get ready for round two because this time, we're talking about the 2G spectrum scam, a scandal so massive it could make your head spin faster than a dial-up connection. This isn't just any scam. It's one of the biggest financial scandals in the history of India. So, picture this. It's the late 2000s, the mobile phone boom is in full swing, and everyone wants a piece of the action. Mobile phones were becoming a necessity, not just a luxury, and the demand for mobile networks was skyrocketing. The government decides to auction off 2G spectrum licenses, basically the licenses to operate mobile networks. These licenses were crucial for telecom companies to provide services to millions of users. Sounds simple enough, right? Well, here's where things get shady. The process that should have been transparent and fair turned into a murky affair filled with backdoor deals and under-the-table exchanges. Instead of auctioning off these licenses to the highest bidder, like any sane person would do, the government decided to go with a first-come, first-served basis. This method was highly unusual and raised many eyebrows. And guess what? They allegedly gave away these licenses at dirt-cheap prices to their buddies in the telecom industry. This blatant favoritism led to a massive loss for the government. We're talking about a loss of a whopping 1.76 lakh crore rupees to the national treasury, according to the Comptroller and Auditor General of India, SAG. This was not just a minor oversight, it was a colossal blunder. This scam sent shockwaves through the nation. People from all walks of life were stunned by the sheer scale of the corruption. People were outraged, politicians were scrambling, and the media had a field day. News channels were buzzing with updates, and every headline screamed scandal. The 2G spectrum scam became a symbol of corruption in high places, highlighting the nexus between politicians, bureaucrats, and corporations. It exposed the deep-rooted issues within the system. It led to major investigations, arrests, and a whole lot of drama. The fallout from this scam was immense, leading to a series of legal battles and a demand for greater transparency in government dealings. Chapter 3. The Commonwealth Games Scam, Stealing from Athletes. So, you know how much Indians love a good international sporting event, right? Well, in 2010, India was all set to host the Commonwealth Games, a chance to show the world what we're made of. Except things didn't exactly go as planned. Instead of showcasing India's sporting prowess, the 2010 Commonwealth Games became synonymous with corruption and mismanagement. From inflated contracts to shoddy construction, it seemed like everyone involved was trying to get their hands on a piece of the pie. We're talking about stadiums built with substandard materials, overpriced equipment, and contracts awarded to shady companies. The estimated loss to the exchequer, thousands of crores. It was like a buffet of corruption, and everyone was invited. The Commonwealth Games scam was a major embarrassment for India on the global stage. It tarnished our image, eroded public trust, and raised serious questions about our ability to host major international events. Chapter 4. The Satyam Scam, Cooking the Books, Corporate Style. Alright, let's talk about the Satyam Scam, a classic case of corporate fraud that would make even Bernie Madoff blush. This scam involved Satyam Computer Services, a once-respected IT company that was supposed to be India's answer to Enron. At the helm of this sinking ship was Biraju Ramalinga Raju, the company's chairman. For years, Raju and his cronies had been cooking the books, inflating Satyam's revenues and profits to make the company look more attractive to investors. They created thousands of fake invoices, forged bank statements, and even invented a whole bunch of non-existent employees. It was like a real-life game of Monopoly, except they were playing with real money. When the truth finally came out in 2009, it sent shockwaves through the Indian corporate world. Satyam's stock price plummeted, investors lost their savings, and the company was eventually sold off to Tech Mahindra. The Satyam scam was a wake-up call for India's corporate governance practices. It exposed the dark underbelly of corporate greed and the lengths to which people will go to maintain the illusion of success. Chapter 5. The Nirav Modi Scam. Diamonds aren't forever, especially when they're fake. Okay folks, get ready for some bling bling with a side of fraud, because we're talking about the Nirav Modi scam. This scandal is one of the most sensational financial frauds in recent history, involving not just glittering diamonds but also some serious financial trickery. This one involves diamonds, banks, and a whole lot of disappearing acts. Imagine a magician who makes your money vanish, but instead of a top hat, he's got a diamond-studded briefcase. Nirav Modi, the man at the center of this glittering mess, was a celebrity jeweler known for his high-end diamond creations. His pieces were the epitome of luxury, often seen adorning the rich and famous. He had stores in some of the world's most exclusive locations, and his designs were worn by Hollywood stars and Bollywood divas alike. His brand was synonymous with opulence and sophistication. But behind the glitz and glamour, Modi was allegedly running a massive fraud scheme. It was a classic case of appearances being deceiving. He's accused of colluding with bank officials to obtain fraudulent letters of undertaking, LOUs, from the Punjab National Bank, PNB, one of India's largest public sector banks. These officials were allegedly complicit in the scam, turning a blind eye to the irregularities. These LOUs were basically guarantees issued by PNB to overseas branches of other banks, promising to pay for imports made by Modi's companies. It was a sophisticated scheme that exploited the trust and credibility of the banking system. The problem was these imports were mostly fake, and the LOUs were obtained through fraudulent means. Modi's companies were essentially creating a web of deceit, making it difficult for anyone to trace the real transactions. By the time PNB realized what was going on, Modi had already fled the country, leaving behind a trail of unpaid debts and a whole lot of unanswered questions. His escape added another layer of complexity to the already convoluted scam. The estimated loss to PNB, a whopping $2 billion. This staggering amount sent shockwaves through the financial community and raised serious concerns about the oversight mechanisms in place. The Nirav Modi scam was a major blow to India's banking sector, highlighting the vulnerabilities of our financial institutions and the need for stronger oversight and regulation. It was a wake-up call for the entire industry. It also showed how easily the rich and powerful can exploit the system for their own gain. The scam was a stark reminder of the lengths to which some will go to amass wealth, regardless of the consequences. Thanks for watching. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Let us know in the comments which scam shocked you the most. From the stock market shenanigans of Harshad Mehta to the diamond-encrusted deception of Nirav Modi, these scams have left an indelible mark on India's history. They've exposed the vulnerabilities of our systems, the audacity of the powerful, and the need for greater transparency and accountability. But amidst the outrage and disappointment, these scams also offer valuable lessons about financial literacy, corporate governance, and the importance of holding those in power accountable. By learning from these mistakes, we can strive to create a more just and equitable society for all.